What is up, everybody? It's C.A.M.P here today, bringing you a fun little build. Seriously, you have no idea how much I loved as soon as my brain came up with the concept of this build, I loved it. But also, by the way, don't worry, the comic book shop still exists, and you can still come and buy comics from it. It's just, I had to replace my camp down because I had a little bit of a glitch going on when I tried to build this on the opposite side of the road of my comic book shop. So my comic book shop still exists, it's just that this thing will be deleted and my comic book store shall be replaced. But what I'm building is a Japanese food kiosk, or a sushi hut, as I like to call them. And what it is it's been inspired by two things. So recently I've been watching a lot of old school Japanese cinema, animated cinema and all this kind of stuff. And there was also a person on Reddit who kind of designed something not in the same aspect, but the front design of the low angled roof and the display case as a window, as you'll see right now. Someone has built that attached to the side of their base as a little shop kind of entrance thing. I took that idea, changed it around a little bit, and created my food kiosk hopefully in a Japanese style. But I've been watching things like Spirited Away and all this kind of stuff. Really, really fun movies to just kind of like chillax and watch. And there's always, and I've noticed this, but in every anime or any animated movie that you'll ever watch, at one point the main character or something will either run past or they'll visit a little place to either get some food, or it's a little shop that maybe like an old wise person works in or something like that. It's traditionally, well, not traditionally, but it's normally like plain white with a dark bamboo wood roof and like that white paneling, that traditional white paneling. I can't remember. It actually has a name, but I can't remember what it's called. But they always, they'll run past it, it'll be in the background, or they'll go to it to visit someone. And I've loved that design. I've actually been to Japan and I've seen that, and as soon as I've gone in to like the shops that they were, just found really cool things. Like one of them I went into and they sold miniature Gundams, and I was like, yep, I'm home. So I wanted to recreate what I'd been seeing, but what I wanted to make that I had envisioned in my brain, and what I had to put down at the end, was a little bit different. Now, I'm currently not here. The video you're seeing, I'm not at home at this point when it goes live to be on the PS4 and experiment. I'm doing roofing at the minute, so who knows, maybe it'll give me some inspiration of how to fix this build's roof. But what I wanted to try and do was I wanted to try and get in using these square lights, the paneling, normally the door, the sliding door, or maybe the windows. I wanted to get this in. Now, what I originally wanted to do was just have one wall at the back, a plain wall, not a wall with a door, just a plain wall, open sides, and the front as it is. And what I wanted to do down the sides to kind of represent a doorway was using the light boxes as, the wall. It would have looked a little bit weird on the inside because you can see all the connecting parts. But what I had to do, because I'm still not a master of the hanging roof, I had to put the wall, well, I could have had one wall off and one wall on. That didn't look right. So what I decided to do was just try and make it as a building instead of a movable kiosk, because there are actually like movable kiosks where they pack up, they move, they open up, they do like the lunch or rush hour lunch, then they pack up, turn up at like 5 o'clock when everyone gets off work and all that kind of stuff, opens up again. It's actually really cool. I wish I could go back to Japan, but I decided to incorporate it into a building, and I wanted to use this stove, but this stove was being a dick to the point where it just instant transmissioned to my roof every time. So what I had to do in the end was I went into the appliance section, put down 2 cookers, just the appliance cookers, and then put the ground stewing pot cooking thing, the little pot that you sit on and you can move the spoon, and sometimes if you stand up the spoon still moves inside, that one. I decided to put that on top of my cookers. Now what I wanted to do was try and sit a little kitchen in to the side and all this kind of stuff, but I realised, make food, sell food, job done. Pretty simple. Like you can apply real world characteristics to builds. I'm kind of not for this one. Normally I would, but I thought just for a little bit of fun, because I can only have 2 customers at once. That's the thing, right? So I can only have 2 people sat out front. I've got my little kiosk window where people can check what I'm selling and how much I'm selling it for. I've got my little cooking area to cook. I get a table and a chair for me to sit down when no one's, coming to buy food. And really, it just serves the purpose of having fun. Like, my comic book shop is there for fun. It's not really there to make money. It's not really there to, it's not really there as a big build. It's there for fun. And I've realised that when I start building things in-game more along the lines of fun instead of content, it's a lot more fun to do, especially when there is proper love behind it. Like, seeing it from the outside, I probably should have changed the wall design. Because I've been swamped with real life stuff currently, if I had longer to design it, plan it, and build it, I might have been able to find a way to get around having the walls on. I probably would have found a better way to do the roof, and I might have found a better way to make the interior look a little bit more detailed. I will admit, this is not the most detailed build I've ever done, but it's up there with the funnest builds that I've ever done. And I'm actually digging this new generator. Now, if you're wondering what it is, it's a reskin, right? For 500 atoms, it's basically just a reskin of the small generator. But here is a bonus. I don't know if it's something that they didn't implement, had trouble implementing, or completely and utterly just ballsed up on, but that generator makes no noise whatsoever. There's no little, like, in the background. There's none of that. I hope that stays in, because that's really good. Now, that might be why it's called the prototype generator, the Vault-Tec prototype generator. It might be why it's called that. It's been prototyped to not make any noise. Hopefully that's true, because I really appreciate the fact that it doesn't have any noise. Like, the fusion generator is loud as hell. All the other generators are annoying as hell. This generator makes no noise. It only does 3 power, but I can power everything in this build off that little generator, and it fits in really nicely. Admittedly, I would have liked it to the same generator but with a different skin, maybe something more industrial, but in the end, it makes no noise, and that's really good, because I hate the noise that generators make. And at the same time, you don't want to be sat down, buying food and hearing just like an annoying generator going on in the background. And by the way, I did test all the chairs in this build. If I can sit in it, I'm happy. But there we go. That's it, really. The only thing different was I changed some of the stuff. So as you can see, I tried to fit in that little paneling section at the front. I had to move the desk back and all this kind of stuff. Yes, see it here. Food, 10 caps, drink, 5 caps. Yeah, there we go. I got it wrong the other time. And there we go with my little appliances. It was a lot of fun. I really like this build, and you can come and join it. It'll be up for a day or two, so if you want to come and join by and get some food, you can, just with a little bit of fun. But there we have it. I hope you've enjoyed my little sushi hut. It will not be there by Sunday, so if you want to pop by and have a picture taken with it or get some food, pop on down. My PSN and everything is on screen right now. There it is. But you know the drill, ladies and gentlemen. Like, share, and subscribe. I do appreciate everybody helping me reach my year goal of 1,000 subscribers. But until the next time, stay awesome.